Today I'm going to show you how to change the tail light bulb on your 2013 BMW X3. This light compartment has two light bulbs in there. There's one up top for the directional signals, and then there's the actual tail light bulb down here. I watched Dustin Harrison's video on how to change it. He took us up to a certain point where we got to the encasement where the bulbs were, but then he didn't continue on to show you how to get to the bulbs. And that's the part that puzzled me. As you know, the manual isn't very thorough either, because it shows you how to lift up this front plastic piece right here. And it also tells you how to take the bolts off. And then as you can see, all those directional signals at the bottom. Well, what are you supposed to do with that? Well, I'm going to show you what I did from beginning to end in order to change the bulb in your tail light on your 2013 BMW X3. Your BMW came with some tools. There's a little bag that sits in your trunk compartment, and it has, you won't need these tools, by the way. I'm just showing you what's in your car in case you don't know. This thing is for part of the jack, and then you have a Phillips head screwdriver. Now, Dustin used a Phillips head screwdriver in his commercial, in his video, but I'm just going to use a plain flathead screwdriver, and he used a 10mm bolt remover, and I have a bolt remover. Well, this one says 13/32, but it fit. So you just need to find one that fits the bolts once you remove this plastic casing right here. I recommend you wear gloves because it gets very dirty in there, no matter how clean you think your car is. So just wear gloves to protect your hands. All right, first thing I'm going to do, oh, and by the way, thank you, Dustin, because you did help me get to this point up here. Oh, and I do recommend you purchase your bulbs from the dealership. The manual tells you exactly the size bulb, or you can, once you take the bulb out of the casing, once you take the bulb out of here, you can just take it to the dealership and let them know, this is the bulb I need. This will save you lots of money if you just change the bulb yourself. Once you get that warning light that tells you that you have a right light malfunction or a left light malfunction. Hopefully it's just the blown bulb and it's not something electrical that's underneath that's going to cost you more. But in my case, it was just a blown bulb. So what I'm going to do is, first we're going to slide this plastic casing up right here. And you want to put your screwdriver right under here, just like that. And you're going to slide up. You hear that little pop? And then you can remove your screwdriver now, toss it to the side, and then you're going to slide this out gently. Everything you do, you want to do it gently because you don't want to damage any of the plastic tips that are in here in this portion. Now I'm going to set this to the side. These are the two bolts where Dustin Harrison, he used a 10mm bolt remover. But like I said, I just found this one laying around in the toolbox and it fit. So I'm going to put this over top of the bolt. I'm going to get my flathead screwdriver. I don't have any fancy tools. I don't have snap-on tools like Dustin has. And then I'm just going to unscrew this. It works very well. And if your flathead doesn't work, just get a different size flathead. I think we all have screwdrivers somewhere in the house. And then the bolt removes very easily. I'm going to set that to the side so it doesn't get lost. I'm going to put it on the second bolt. Then I'm going to unscrew this bolt. You're screwing counterclockwise. And then I'm just going to go up to a certain point where it's loose enough for me to unscrew it, because I don't want it to fall down into that little hole right there. I have no idea where that goes. But I'm going to unscrew with my fingers the rest of the way. And there's the second bolt. So I'm going to set that to the side. And now I'm done with this for now. I'm going to set that to the side. And I'm done with my screwdriver. I'm going to set that to the side. Now, in the manual, it shows you, now we're here. Now, if you're looking at this picture, okay, it says, please remove 3 fasteners on the bulb holder, blah, blah, blah. Release 3 fasteners. Now, how are we going to do that? Dustin showed us yesterday. You just want to grab gently and pull gently. You don't want to pull too fast, because if you pull too fast, there's wiring in there that you may disconnect. So you're going to pull gently. Make sure you have a hand on it so you don't drop it. And it should come off very easily like that. So there's no need in going inside. There's no need going inside the paneling inside the car. All of this is done outside the car. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just adjusting my camera so that I can show you. On Dustin's video, he also showed a compartment right here. You're going to grab this piece. You're just going to use 2 fingers. And there's a little clamp right here. Can you see that? And you're just going to squeeze together and wiggle it out of there. See, like that? I'll show you again. It snaps back on. It's like a little snap, not a big click like we're used to hearing. So we're going to squeeze together and wiggle it out till it's removed, just like that. So now you can gently lay that down. And now I'm going to come over here to put this in the back of the trunk. So now, pardon me, just kind of maneuvering the camera. All right, I'm just going to move everything to the side. There, there. Those are my bolts. Now this part, this is what your battery compartment looks like. The manual doesn't tell you anything, and this is where Dustin stopped. So how are we going to get those lights, or get to the lights? I didn't figure it out until later. But what you want to do is, there's a piece here, these 2 clamps, and then there's a piece here. First thing you want to do, this is on my right bulb. First you want to do is press this piece down gently. Everything you do is gentle, because like I said, you don't want to break any of these little plastic pieces that are holding this together. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to squeeze these little, let me show you the camera, these 2 here, you're going to squeeze them together just like that. So this part, if you press this part down already, it should have released. If it's not released, it will be snapped in there pretty good. But you want to make it to where it's released just a little bit, to where you can probably see the lip under there. There's like a little lip that's released from this plastic part. Like that. So then you're going to squeeze these 2 little pieces. Squeeze them gently to release them from the outside. And then this part is going to snap a little bit also. Hold on, let me do it again because it wasn't in the camera view. And then this part right here, you're going to gently snap that out. So here are 3 pieces that they're talking about. This one, push gently to release. These 2 clamps, You're going to push gently to release those because they actually sit on the outside. But you're going to squeeze those. And then this piece, you're going to push that in until this is released. Now, I'm back in the upright position. So all of this should slide off gently. Now, there's a piece down here. This is just to hold it in place. But you want to make sure you don't just like flip it forward really fast. Again, gently slide this off. And it actually lifts out like that. So now you can lay down your light encasement, enclosure, whatever you want to call it. And then this reveals the bulbs. There are your two bulbs that you've been desperately trying to get to. The turn signal light. This is the turn signal bulb up top, and down the bottom is your actual tail light. Now, I already replaced mine yesterday, but I just wanted to show you all what the inside of this looks like. Now, the book says to twist the bulb. First of all, you do not want to use dirty gloves or dirty hands to twist the bulb. You want to use a clean piece of fabric. So, let me get just a moment. Hold on just a moment. That's something else I should have had on hand, was it? Okay. I ran over to get a paper towel. So you want to use something clean to remove the, well, if it's blown out, you don't need something clean. But when you screw in that new bulb, you want to make sure you have something clean. Now, when it says to remove it, we're used to just twisting and twisting and twisting. It doesn't work like that with these sockets. You have to actually push down and twist. And then the bulb comes out. There's the socket. So again, to insert it, push down and twist gently, and it'll pretty much pop in place. Remove, push down, and twist. To insert, push down, and twist. There. So now that we have our bulb in, we're going to put it back into the case. Okay. So you just go in reverse order. So here you have, this is the bottom. This is the bottom piece that lays in this little compartment right here. So that slides in there. Again, gently, so you don't bust the bulb or so you're just going to kind of like sit it on there. And it'll go in there once you get it in. Hold on. There we go. So you want to make sure it sits in there. And again, everything else, I just need a camera. Everything else should snap in place. This side should snap in place. Right side. These two, you want to